Are you ready to unlock unlimited, infinite abundance in every area of your life? Well, guess what? It only starts with one shift in your mindset.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I would like you to know that this video is being curated for your pure entertainment with the dryer and washing machine sounds and sounds of my dog. I'm sure some snores are gonna come, and it's, again, for your entertainment purposes, all for you. I would just like to say that if you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, or if you are looking to join a wonderful, fabulous, loving community that talks about manifestation, of course, getting what you want and getting it quickly, then I encourage you to check out the Dropbox below, because that is filled with all the information on how to do any of those things. I encourage you to check out the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors group, because that's a group that gives you access to all of the channel memberships. Now, let's talk about abundance. I'm going to tell you that this video is for everyone, but who I have in mind is my more logical HBICs. If you're new to my channel, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and I would love for you to subscribe and be my friend and let me know that you subscribed in the comments below. If you love manifestation and you love getting what you want in a quick amount of time and you can handle a little sass, you're going to enjoy being here, so subscribe. However, you will see that I am illogical. I am definitely the definition of delusional, but in a good way. But I used to be super logical, so I can definitely relate and resonate with those of you out there who you're open to manifestation, but that logical mind of yours is always kicking in. I understand. I was like that too. The early days of my journey, I started with law of attraction first, then I found law of assumption. When I found this stuff, there were no channels. There were no anything other than like Abraham Hicks repeats. So I know it can be a struggle. But what I want to tell you is, being logical or not, having a mindset shift. If you're open to a new shift in your mindset, then this video is going to help you. Now, if you are brand new and you've never heard of an abundance mindset, let me just say that, number one, Vadim Zealand in Reality Transurfing, he makes references to the idea of it. So that's kind of where I really started focusing on, ooh, this is going to help the logical people. But I'm not saying that he created the phrase. But most people are conditioned with a scarcity mindset. I know I definitely was. And, no shame or hate to my parents and none to your caregivers. But let's be honest, growing up, I heard all sorts of old phrases, old adages that referenced how money didn't grow on trees, right? Money was hard to come by. You want to have a lot of money, you need to work hard. I heard all sorts of phrases like that growing up, and I bet you can relate to that. So that started the conditioning or the journey of limited beliefs around money. And my money mindset used to definitely be the scarcity mindset. That was me. I was always stressed about money. I dreaded checking my bank account, all the things that I'm sure, again, you've probably experienced yourself, losing my mind every time a bill would come in, or if my car would break down, or when I owned my appliances, I'm a renter right now. I live in a townhouse. If they were on the fritz, I would be so upset, so nervous. On top of the fact, I am a mom, and I really remember being worried on where I was going to get the money to, give my son a happy and exciting and a loving with lots of presents for Christmases and things like that. And it sucked. It sucked. But my fears didn't help, right? It only continued the journey of limited beliefs about money. And once I discovered law of attraction and going into the law of assumption journey, I realized girl, that needs to change. That needs to change. I have to get my mind off of the lack, off of the not having. So here we are with the abundance mindset. And that really is easily defined as it's waking yourself up to the idea that there's enough for everyone. There's enough of everything for everyone. There's enough money. There's enough millions and billions. There's enough or more than enough. You want to start talking to yourself that way. You want to open yourself up to that idea because listen, there's the glass half full or the glass half empty mindset. And I was the definition of all of that. So if you are that way too, then you probably do have some limited beliefs about money. Now, because manifestation is definitely my forte, let me just tell you, I, over the last few days, have been deliberately checking out other channels, abundant mindset type videos. I don't mean manifestation channels. I'm saying literally the phrase abundance mindset. I Google YouTubed it or whatever it's called. And one thing that I saw in a lot of videos, and no shade to those creators, but a lot of them would talk about reprogramming your mind as a really difficult thing to do, as if the subconscious mind has this, deep interlocking pathway through hell in order to change. And I'm hoping that if you yourself searched for abundance mindset and landed on my video, let me just tell you, that's just not true. It's just not true. That in and of itself is also a limited belief. So again, this video is geared for my more logical friends. And let me just say, you don't have to believe in manifestation. You don't have to believe necessarily in the easiness of being able to decide that you are no longer the version of yourself that has the scarcity mindset. You don't have to believe it. But if I could just ask you to open yourself up to that idea that it's possible, because that's all I need. That's all you need, is to be open to the possibility that you can make a great change in your life. And I do get asked questions all the time regarding money manifestations. And again, same thing. It's just a quick little mindset shift. It's you stop telling the story about yourself that money's hard to come by. Maybe you're already aware of where that mindset, that belief first entered your mind. You don't have to fix that. You don't have to go back and heal that. Now, if that is something you want to do, then my God, you do it, because this journey is about you, the individual. But I'm inviting you to the idea of let's just start focusing on changing just your mindset. You don't even need to think of yourself as being a new self if that's not what you're comfortable with, if that feels too illogical for you. That's okay. To anybody watching this, and you're already open to the idea that you can focus on being a new version of yourself, then I invite you to continue doing that. You are your new self, right? You are the self that has more than enough money. Money is an energy. Money loves you. Money chases you down. You have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. To my logical folks, today you are going to openly make your conscious decision. You can do it while you're watching the video with me. The conscious decision that I am releasing the scarcity mindset. I'm releasing anything that I have ever thought about money from the place of lack. I'm releasing it today. I am no longer aligned with scarcity. I am choosing consciously to invite in the abundance mindset. I am allowing money to come to me. I am allowing money to be attracted to me, to hunt me down. And let's just be honest, this isn't just about money. An abundance mindset means every area of your life. An abundance of love, an abundance of friends, an abundance of, career opportunities or clients for your career. An abundance. There's more than enough, including linear, horizontal time, an abundance of time. The reason why I bring that up is because I coach people regarding manifestation. The most popular topic that I get asked about is specific person. And when I have successfully helped people to manifest their specific person and they are actually in the manifested, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, a fear has entered their mind. And I have had to address this with more than just one person. So it's funny, I had the fear myself, but when I got asked about it the first time, I'm like, oh my God, look at that instant reflection in my reality. Look how I really am creating or manifesting my reality. I really am experiencing a mirror or my own reflection, because my exact fear came right back to me in a coaching session, which I was actually happy about. Not happy about having the fear, but happy about, there you go. There's just another piece of evidence, another reminder that what I decide, what thoughts I choose or agree with, or at minimum, what thoughts, even if I don't like them, can be mirrored back to me, but I don't have to be afraid of them. That doesn't mean they're going to manifest, not necessarily. And all I mean is because it was a fearful thought. So to experience someone in my reality also having that fearful thought. But it came up in more than one session, meaning multiple people. And I'm like, okay, here we go. We should address this, because this ties in with the abundance mindset of fearing that now that you're in this loving relationship, that maybe there's a limited time. Maybe the fear of, oh my God, I finally have the love of my life. I finally have the relationship I have always dreamed of. Well, what if something bad happens? What if that person is taken away from me? And, and who knows the different reasons why. The very first time that was reflected back to me, I knew then, okay, time to make a decision, and I'm going to help them make the same damn decision. That with an abundance mindset, that includes time in your relationship, infinite time, because there are infinite realities, infinite versions of you. And there is a reality where you do spend the rest of your living years in the physical 3D with your person in that blissful, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, marriage, your choice in words, right? Now, I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that you have to fight off every scary thought. All I'm saying is all thoughts are just opportunities to other realities. That's all they are. They're possibilities. And your mind is showing you the possibilities by throwing thoughts at you. You don't have to be afraid of your thoughts. You just need to remind yourself consciously that you're making a different decision, or just letting the thought pass right on by. I don't mean marinating in it. I mean letting it float and not giving it any more thought. Both of those responses are great and are effective and work. And I can tell you that in my own relationship, that's been pretty good so far. And that is how I handle that fear, because again, that is part of the scarcity mindset. So abundance, an abundance mindset can include or mean anything you want it to. Now I'm going to give you a couple of tips to help you really start building that new journey of your new abundance mindset. How many times have I said abundance in this video? How many times? This could be a drinking game, right? No. Don't listen to me. So, first of all, gratitude. Gratitude, even for my logical folks. I'm sure that you can, when this video is over, think of 3 things that you're happy or in gratitude or grateful for. Can you think of 3 things? What if you took every single day just a moment to list 3 things that you're grateful for? If you have a gratitude journal, if you have a manifestation journal, or you just got a plain old notebook, let's start every day. We'll say 2 weeks. You start your day writing down 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for. You don't have to go into detail if you don't want to, but if it feels good, then right away, script away. You can do it in your phone too, just in the notes app if you'd like. But listen, the easiest way into a change of state, a shift in consciousness, the easiest way to get there is through gratitude. You know, again, we talk about vibrations and vibrating, right? Law of attraction does. But that's really just kind of another phrase for states of consciousness, which is all the different versions of you. Gratitude on its own naturally shifts your mindset into abundance. Can you imagine if you started building that habit? Like I said, for 2 weeks, every day, take the time to list 1 to 3 things that you are grateful for. Number 2, let's reframe negative shit. Let's reframe it. Again, I'm not trying in any way to get you to fight off your thoughts, because that is just based in fear. But when you find yourself already starting to marinate in whatever negativity is happening in your life, whether that's financial, to me, it doesn't matter. Reframing it or surrendering it. And by surrendering, all I mean is let's use the example of perhaps you're manifesting money and you started this abundance mindset shift, this journey. You started writing down every day the gratitude things, and an enormous bill pops up, which seems like the friggin' polar opposite of what you're manifesting. That's okay. Let's reframe that. Let's surrender it. Reframing, I just mean, hey, I don't have to like this. I don't have to be excited or pretend to be happy about this, but there is a message here. There is something I'm learning from this scenario, and it is somehow benefiting me, even if I can't logically see how an enormous bill is going to benefit me, but it must. It has to, because I'm different. I'm a new self, or I'm looking at my reality differently. I'm choosing to see the abundance. I'm choosing to see positivity. I don't have to pretend to like this. I don't have to pretend I don't feel the way I feel. But I must benefit from this. Now, I know that's not necessarily a natural way we think when unfortunate things happen in our reality. But again, we're trying to change. We're trying to start manifesting or experiencing in reality nothing but beneficial things. Abundant in the things we like. Abundance in positivity. We're trying to experience a change. So we can't give up just because something pops up that is unfavorable. When you start encountering, and you're going to start encountering other people around you starting to get successes. Again, say your abundance mindset, maybe you're focused on the money part of it. Well, if you start hearing about friends or family or the TV show you're watching, someone coming into money, or somehow, some way, they are absolutely in a win-win-win situation when it comes to finances. As much as our old logical self would love to sit there and feel sorry for ourselves from our victim state, or compare ourselves to that person, label ourselves as unlucky, life isn't fair, all that old limited thinking. Instead, see it for what it actually is. It's a BBL. Again, if you're new to manifestation, BBL means birds before land. And when you are consciously choosing to change your viewpoint, change your mindset, change your state of consciousness, you are going to start experiencing your new reflection. And that can sometimes throw us off. I promise you, it is not because the universe or God has screwed something up and sent it to the wrong person. No, you're experiencing the path of least resistance. That's what usually happens first. Okay, I'm not telling you that everyone is going to reflect it, but you're going to experience some changes. So try not to get down on it. Try not to be negative about it. Try not to get into the oh poor me's, because that's not going to help us at all. And it is that kind of thinking that probably got us into the situation that we're in right now, which is why we're changing. If you're someone that is more visual, right? You enjoy visualizing. If it's very easy for you to, let your mind get carried away in your imagination, which is only a good thing. You've probably spent some part of your life in imagination thinking about the shit we don't want and we don't like. I was really good at that. Really, really good. And I didn't even have, really clear pictures. You don't need those clear pictures, just for what it's worth. But just like we're taking a moment to write down or think about what we're grateful for, start thinking about what you or what your life would look like or feel like to have a really big radical change financially or whatever area you're thinking of when it comes to abundance. Start imagining and allow yourself to get carried away with it. Have fun with it. Allow yourself to think about what life would be like. Holy shit, what would it feel like if suddenly the bank account that was always in the negative or always had less than $50 in it, what would you do if it became your normal to always have 50 grand in that bank account? Or even if that feels too far away, who cares? $500, 5,000. You decide the number. But what would that feel like to know? Bill comes in, doesn't matter, baby. You got it. It's easy for you to pay off your bills, still have plenty left over to do whatever you want with, whether it's save it for an actual thing you want to buy, or just to be in that safety, that security of knowing life is easy now. Life is getting good. You're free from the stress of not having enough. You're finally seeing evidence that your world is changing. Your world is taking care of you. Visualize. How do you think you would look? Maybe you're someone that has, put aside going to get your hair done or going to get a massage or a facial or going shopping and treating yourself. Maybe that's something that you've had to put on your back burner because you've had to pay off bills instead. Or maybe you're not even able to pay your bills. What do you think you would look like knowing you can treat your ass to whatever you want? Maybe go and get that new haircut you wanted. Or zhuzh up your curls, like me. Or the color change, whatever it is. What do you think you would look like? And how do you think your life would be? Take the time to really sit and think about that. And if you like to write things down instead of really visualizing, for what it's worth, when you're writing, you're visualizing. But I'm just like you. I feel it's easier for me to get the pictures and the ideas going in my imagination when I'm writing down. So write it down. I'm not trying to lock you in and tell you got to do it every single day. But the more you do it, the more you become that version of yourself, which is the goal here. Lastly, start talking to yourself. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but really, start talking to yourself. Start affirming to yourself, or out loud if you like. Go for a walk all by yourself, walk your dog, and talk to yourself out loud. Start affirming more affirmations geared around abundance. Like, I am open to receiving all the universe's, infinite abundance. I am open to receiving. I'm experiencing abundance financially. I am worthy of infinite abundance. Opportunities flow to me effortlessly. Opportunities chase me down. Money, the energy, chases me down. Money loves me. Wealth, love, and happiness is chasing me down. Wealth, love, and happiness is showing up exactly the way I've always desired. I am experiencing my dream life. The universe or God is always working in my favor. My reality takes care of me, or my world takes care of me. I can tell you right now that I do have one client that I put this in a video already, but the only thing she's changed in her life, she doesn't affirm lots and lots of affirmations. She uses one: my world takes care of me. And every area in her life has literally taken off, and she's experiencing love, wealth, happiness, including family life happiness, friend life happiness. Her world is taking care of her. So my world takes care of me. I like saying that one. Or everybody loves showering me with love, attention, and affection and money. I do want to just share that, I relate to you. If you are in that scarcity mindset, I was too. And it was something that I had to change about myself, but I will tell you, it worked. And at one point in my life, I will tell you like a half-assed good story, that I was manifesting a lump sum. And this was in my early days of manifesting. Back then, I used to script every single day because it felt good, not because I felt like, oh my God, if I didn't, I wasn't going to get what I wanted. But it was very soothing to me. I think you can tell I can be kind of, So I would just mind dump, and I would mind dump about all the areas in my life. And I will be honest, I struggled with focusing on how that money was going to come to me, which if you're like that too, well, here's my invitation to don't. Especially if you are someone that believes you struggle with logical thinking. Try not to focus on the how this abundance is going to play out. Or if you're thinking of abundance as your finances or multiple areas, when your mind wants to go to the place of how, and especially if you can't think of anything so for example, that lump sum, I couldn't think of anywhere where that money could possibly come from, on top of the fear of it coming from someone getting hurt. So the moment your mind starts going to that place, don't entertain it. Don't marinate in it. Do your best to remind yourself that's not your concern. That's your subconscious mind's, or the I am, or God, or the universe's job, but it's not yours, right? Your logical, rational mind isn't being employed to manifest for you. It isn't, right? This mindset shift doesn't need your logical and rational mind to figure anything out for you. It's not its job, and it's not its job for a reason. So shut that shit down, because it's going to get discouraging, especially when you can't figure it out the how. It was discouraging to me. Hence why, out of frustration, anger, hurt, disappointment, I gave up. I dumped that manifestation. I said, that's it. It's never going to work. This money's never going to come to me. But when I gave up, all my resistance to that manifestation, well, it went away, because like a big old baby, I gave up. 2 weeks later, that money came in. So, learning lesson. Don't give up, and don't focus on the how or the when. That's another tricky one with that damn linear time. Try not to focus on the when. Don't you worry. It's not going to be too late or too long. Okay? I know that's not always easy to freaking think that way, but I'm telling you, because you're more logical minded, or I'm assuming you are, we don't need to think about anything that includes the how or the when. No one is asking us to do that. Okay? There's not a secret messenger from the universe or from God or from your subconscious mind saying you need to figure this shit out or it can't come. That's not happening. Your only job, the only requirement is to begin allowing yourself to think about life as abundant. Abundant in wealth, happiness, abundance in love, abundance in fulfillment, being fulfilled. And this is a willing, conscious choice. Okay? It's a willingness. And your willingness to do this, and obviously you're watching content because you want this to work. I promise you, if you can get your mind off of the how and the when, it will come to you. And yes, I know we're talking about abundance, but if you're manifesting money, there's absolutely nothing wrong with, choosing a dollar amount. If that feels good to you, then you go for it. All right. So, are you going to start this? Are you going to give yourself the opportunity to start experiencing more abundance in your life? I hope you are. Like I just said, you're watching this content for a reason. And all of this starts with you. All of it does. I promise that whatever your life was up until this moment, it doesn't matter. I don't mean that from an unloving, like, get over it, bitch. I don't mean it like that. I mean it like, don't you worry. What you experienced before this moment has no bearing on your future, on the right now, on the present, meaning it can't stop you. It can't get in the way. I don't care if you've been broke your entire life. I am telling you, if you start entertaining any of the tips I shared in this video today, you will experience change. But an abundance mindset means you're allowing the universe, God, your subconscious mind, moonbeams, you're allowing it to unfold. You're not focusing on the how or the when. You're allowing, and you are choosing to think differently. You're choosing to see the glass as half full or spilling over. I don't care which one you choose. They're both good enough. So start this today. And if you got anything out of this video, I would appreciate if you would subscribe and give it a like. Feel free to share it with anybody else who needs a little zhuzh in the abundance category of their life. And think about it. Abundance isn't down to one category. It's going to hit all the categories if you allow it to. It'll work. It'll work. You're looking at a former extremely negative and very logical woman who is now completely delusional, completely illogical, and fulfilled, happy. And my life did change. Every area of my life changed. And you don't have to be this illogical and delulu to be successful. You just opening up the doorway and giving it it's possible is enough to get that ball rolling. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Being open to that mindset shit. Oh God, bloopers. Oh God. Oh God. Anyway, God, I didn't want to have a lot of editing. Mind that shit. Anyway.